Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are finally finishing the regular season of our predictions for this upcoming NFL season. And the final one is the AFC East predictions, starting off with the Buffalo Bills. If you've enjoyed this series so far, leave a like down below. And I know I haven't said it for any of these, but if this is I have made a playlist for all of these. So if you just saw this one like on your recommendations and you're like you can go to my channel, and not only will it be pretty easy because I've posted them all kind of at the same time in order, there is also a playlist that I've put them into. So if you want to watch them in order, or if you're looking for maybe the team or the division that you want to see, then you can go in there and look. I'd appreciate it if at the end of this video you liked it, or maybe even subscribed. But it's you. Do whatever you want to do. So let's get into it. Let's get into the Buffalo Bill predictions. We have Week 1 against the Steelers. Bills will beat the Steelers easily. Bills will beat the Dolphins easily. The football team and Texans easily. Just not good football teams like the Bills are, or not as good. I mean, Dolphins. I like Dolphins. They're a pretty good football team. Their first loss will come against the Kansas City Chiefs. Really, their kryptonite. They really have not been able to beat the Chiefs. They weren't able to last year. I don't think they will be able to regular season this year. So yeah, week 6 they'll beat the Titans, and they'll go into the bye week for week 7. Going into week 8, they will beat the Dolphins again to sweep the Miami Dolphins, and they'll beat the Jaguars and Jets. I don't really need to say more about that. Then they'll beat the Colts, which that one I think could possibly be a close one, just like it was in the wild card this year. But I think the Bills have them. Bills will also beat the Saints and the Patriots going on, and then in week 14 they will get their second loss of the season, and it will of course be their last loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which they lost to the two teams that were in the Super Bowl last year, and I think they could possibly make it again. So there's really no hate here for Buffalo. They're going to be a really good football team. They're probably going to be a team fighting for the Super Bowl at the end of the season. Then they'll beat the Panthers. Bills are just a better football team. They'll beat the Patriots again, just a better football team. They'll beat the Falcons and the Jets to end off this season to make them a 15-2 record, 6-0 in the division, 11-1 in the conference, 9-0 at home, 6-2 away, 5-2 versus winning, 10-0 versus losing. My thoughts on the Buffalo Bills is they are going to take a step up and get better, as they've just been doing every single year since they've drafted Josh Allen. And this is going to be a tough year for the AFC team because they got the Chiefs, Bills, Browns are the three. I think the like top 3 teams for Super Bowl chances, in my opinion, somewhere around there. There of course are other teams like the Ravens who are really good, and actually I have them winning the AFC North. But needless to say, I think they will be one of the top teams fighting for the Super Bowl, for a Super Bowl spot for the AFC, and I think AFC is going to be pretty tough this year to win it. Going on to the second team in this division, we have the Miami Dolphins, which I think they're going to take a step up this year. They're going to be really good. I think last year it really was just Tua Tagovailoa was not ready, and they threw him into the starting ring way too early. I think he's going to progress this year. I'm not saying he's going to be this all-around great quarterback, but I think with the talent around him right now, I think he's going to be able to lead this team to the playoffs. They're going to start off shaky, though. In week 1, they'll lose to the Patriots, just like they did last year. I just don't think they'll be as ready, and they'll lose to the Bills in week 2, starting off shaky, but they'll get their first win here in week 3 against the Raiders, but only to lose again in week 4 against the Colts, which the Colts are a really good football team. So they will be 1-3 in the first 4 weeks, and people will probably be really doubting them right now, but this is where they pick up for the win. Upsetting the Buccaneers, beating the Buccaneers, I have them upsetting them because, I don't know, I just have a feeling. And then beating the Jaguars and Falcons, and that will lead them to 4-3. and then to make it 4-4, they'll lose to the Bills again. I think they're really gonna struggle in the divisional here. But then they'll lose. They'll beat the Texans, Ravens, Jets, and Panthers. Ravens being the only team right there that I think could easily beat them, and it's gonna be a close matchup. Then they'll go to Week 13 and they'll lose to the Giants, which I could see them winning that one. But I have the Giants up sitting there. Then we're gonna go to Week 14 is the bye week. Week 15 they'll lose to the Jets, as this is gonna be a huge upset, I think. And like I said, these two could be easily wins, and they could be higher up in the rankings. But this is what I have them right now. And they'll beat the Saints, Titans, and Patriots to end off the season, ending the season at 11-6, 2-4 in the division, 7-5 in the conference, 5-4 home, 6-2 away, 3-3 winning, 8-3 losing. All in all, beginning of the season they're gonna struggle, and I think the end of the season is really where it kicks it off. Because I think they have a pretty, not only tough schedule, but there's just games that I don't see them winning at the beginning, and it's going to take a little bit. And I know the Giants and the Jets are really teams that I'd be surprised if they lost to them. But that being said, I have those. I have the predictions for those being the upsets. I've already spoke on what I think about the Dolphins earlier. And of course, this entirely depends on if Tua Tagovailoa is able to progress, and if he plays like last year, they're probably going to be a lot worse, losing to other teams, including like the Buccaneers or the Falcons, especially the Ravens. But I think I have even the Saints and the Titans. But I have Tua taking the next step and leading this team. Still, again, I'm not huge on Tua, but I think he can take a step up and lead this really talented roster to the playoffs. The third team in division I have is the New England Patriots. They'll start off beating the Dolphins, of course. They'll lose to the Jets, being 1-1, and they'll lose to the Saints and the Buccaneers. Saints being one of the teams that I think they could beat, but they just won't have it. And the Buccaneers being the Tom Brady needs to beat the Patriots to be one of the quarterbacks to beat every single NFL team. They need it there. I wouldn't be surprised if that was one of the upsets of the Patriots beating the Buccaneers. It'd be pretty cool to see, but I just don't see it happening. Then we have the Patriots beating the Texans, Broncos, and Jets. Splitting the series with the Jets. I really think the Patriots are better than most of those teams right there. Then they go to Week 8 and Week 9 being the Chargers and Panthers. I think Chargers and Panthers can both win their respected games, but I just have the Patriots winning those. And then go to Week 10 to lose to the Browns. Browns are just a way better football team. Really not much more to say. Then they'll be on the road to play the Falcons, and they'll beat the Atlanta Falcons. Hopefully Atlanta doesn't have flashbacks to the 28-3. Sorry, Falcons fans, I had to bring that up. And then in Week 12, they'll lose to the Titans and Bills and Colts and Bills again with a huge losing streak. But then they'll get one last win in Week 17 against the Jaguars, but to lose to Week 18 against the Dolphins, finishing the season off 8-9, 2-4 in the division, 5-7 in the conference. 4-5 at home, 4-4 away, 2-7 versus winning, and 6-2 versus losing. All in all, a decent season. I just think they need to get the quarterback situation figured out, and a better quarterback than they currently have on the roster, in my opinion. Mac Jones can always develop, but I don't see it happening. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, now we're going to the final regular season team that we have to do. The New York Jets. I know they almost had the first round pick last year, and they could possibly have it again this year. I'm pretty sure I don't have it set up that way, but another top pick. I just don't think they have improved enough from their last year to really do a whole lot, and I think, yeah, that's just what I really think. So Week 1 they lose to the Panthers. Panthers are a decent football team. I think Sam Darnold will be doing better than Zach Wilson at that point. Week 2, though, they'll beat the Jets. Then they'll go on a huge losing streak to the Broncos, Titans, Falcons, Patriots, Bengals, Colts, Bills, Dolphins, Texans. And they'll finally get another win against the Eagles to get their second win of the season. Then they'll lose again to the Saints, and then they'll upset the Bills on the road. Dolphins on the road. Then they'll lose out to the Jaguars, Buccaneers, Bills. I could see them winning games like the Broncos game, the Falcons game, the Bengals game, the Texans game, and the Jaguars game. But outside of that, I don't really see them really improving a whole lot. They definitely did improve, uh, like team wise, talent wise, but I still think they have a lot to go to really improve, and they just need to develop their players. They'll finish off the season 3-14, 2-4 in the division, 2-10 against AFC teams, 2-7 at home, 1-7 on the road, 1-6 versus winning, 2-8 versus losing, and that will officially end the regular season for the predictions for the 2021 NFL season. Tomorrow when this video comes out the day after, I might post a video of doing the playoff prediction, but I think that is a lot harder to predict. So it's probably gonna be completely off, and that will of course always be changing. And the real one that will probably stand by will be the one at the end of the year after Week 17 when I predict the playoffs. But hope you guys enjoyed. Please like the video, subscribe if you want to. It's up to you. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.